Good afternoon and welcome back to Living on a UK State Pension. My name's Tanya, I'm 68 years old and for the next 8 weeks I'm going to be living on my UK State Pension and saving my civil service pension to put back some much needed money into my savings from my renovation overspend and the furniture that I bought. Well, a quick chat before I add bits and pieces on. Following this is something I left off the other video, and that was just using ice cube trays for different stock you might have or something you cook up. Easy pop out ones that I've got. They were £1 on offer from Iceland at the end of last summer. Always worth going into Iceland at the end of the summer because lots of their like lolly moulds, ice cube trays, things like that, they just want shut off because they start to get their Christmas stuff in. I mean, the shop is full of Christmas stuff now. And while I'm talking about Iceland, I'm going to show you after this how to use the Olio app, put it on your phone, and how to find bargains. And that's in Iceland because they upload every single day about what they're going to reduce. So to use my dad's old saying, first up, best dressed. And that was because he was one of 3 boys that were quite close in age. If you got up early, you could pick what you had to wear. So you got the best choice. Oh, excuse me, laze around and you're not going to have the best choice left. And I have to say that applies to Asda as well. The earlier I have gone in the morning, the more stuff there has been in their reduced section. And I have to say it has been rammed the last 2 times I've been in Asda. And I'm so grateful for these reductions because I can keep feeding Bertie. I would keep feeding Bertie his meat anyway, regardless. Because I'm not poor at the end of the day. I'm not poor. I am watching my money. If I don't need to spend it unnecessarily, then I won't spend it unnecessarily. And I managed to get hold of 2 kilos of meat for him at virtually half price. Virtually half price. I've saved at least £8 on his 2 lots of meat, and on my salmon, well, yeah, tons of money, tons of money. So now I can incorporate that into my diet more. And then when I have to pay full price for it every now and again, it's not as bad because I've picked up a bargain here and there. Swings and roundabouts, swings and roundabouts. Remain flexible when it comes to your food shop. Put down the absolute necessary stuff on your list and pick that up first. Remain flexible about other things. Don't forget, look in your freezer, look in your fridge. What do you already have? The same with the larder. Don't double up on stuff that you already have. Find something that's going to change up what you already have so you don't get bored. Boredom, when you live alone in particular with food and resorting to unhealthy sometimes, it's inevitable if you don't change things up. And like I said, you can cook one thing but serve it 3 different ways. Think about how you're going to do it so you don't get bored with it. And of course your freezer is your best friend because you can always put portion away for another day, can't you? You know, and that applies to reduced food. So as I say, I'm tagging onto this how to use the Olio app, and you can put on there how far you wish prepared to travel. That's with regard to free food, so you can keep your circle quite small or you can extend it. I'm lucky I have 2 people that are just up the road from me. They're not very far at all. one of them I walk to, one of them I don't, because it's in a nasty bend on the road. So yeah, I'm so grateful that I've managed to pick up so many bargains over the last couple of months, and that is down to the Olio app. And I take my hat off to the two women, I believe it was two women that invented it and got it going, because it's got to help shop and businesses, you know, to sell this stuff and get something for it rather than nothing. And of course it then ends up being nothing because the stuff is given to Olio and their ambassadors to give away. So while I'm on the subject of Iceland, their bonus card, from what I have gleaned online, please, some people have made suggestions, please repeat those suggestions on here so people can see in the comments. But I have found if you put £100 on your bonus savings card, which is on your phone, you put it on your phone. Again, it's an app that you download. It takes you through it all, and then it pops up and it says load the bonus card up, and it loaded the bonus card as well as the shopping app, but you just have the bonus card on there. And it said if you spend £100 by the 28th of October, they're going to give
Sorry,
you
I made a mistake. It's £15 bonus when I actually said 20. That's why I've done a voiceover on this bit. Sorry.
Not to be sneezed at. And no, it's not taxable because it doesn't actually exist at the end of the day. You're a captive audience for them. So you've gone from investing £100, they've given you 20, so you've got 120, but you've got to spend it in Iceland. And let's face it, £20 worth of goods to you at full price, for example, maybe £12.50's worth of goods to Iceland. So they're on a win-win. They're not on a lose situation. They may lose a little bit with me because I'm going to use it to spend on reductions mainly and special offers. That even with their special offers, they have factored in their profit margin. Some of them may be loss leaders, but very few these days. I mean, the only time you see a real loss leader these days is Christmas and Easter, isn't it? To draw you into the shop. Before I move on, cholesterol, yes, it's a minefield of a subject, isn't it? And statins too. I've read and read and read and read till I'm blue in the face. And train of thought by many doctors now is triglycerides are more window into how healthy you are than cholesterol, because triglycerides measures the fat apparently in your bloodstream, so that they know, you know, if you are swimming in fat in your bloodstream and it's causing problems. And I've got very good triglycerides. I've even brought them down again because I'm watching my sugar. Yes, I make jams, I make pickles, but I have such a little bit here and there that it, you know, I can't say it's affecting my health. And that is the only sweet stuff I really have. I have my portion of cake every day. I've virtually knocked biscuits on the head because I absolutely despise rich tea. My fat is down. I am doing everything. We need fat. We need fat. We need cholesterol. Our brains are made up of cholesterol, you know, so it's trying to get a good balance. One side I have my mum's entire family was wiped out by heart disease. My brother's been on statins a long time, and he's perfectly compos mentis. There's nothing wrong with him. But I still don't like the thought of taking them. So I've taken 2 tablets cut in half so far, as in 2 full tablets, so 4 doses because I've cut it in half. No side effects as yet. and, you know, fingers crossed, I shall do this for 3 months and see how it goes. Should I get side effects, I won't be taking it, especially if it stops my exercise, because so many people say muscle pain. But I'm not going to wish that upon myself. I am carrying on regardless. And I think at the end of the day, we all have to do you. You know, I'll do me, because I know what's in my family, what I'm weighing up in my head, what chances I'm prepared to take, my current lifestyle. You have to do what's right for you in any situation. Anyway, enough gabble. Thanks for watching. Right, I'm just decanting, as I say, the tomato that I did. I meant to add it to the last video. I did, apologies. But the good thing about these trays, although once you've twisted them, because they've got the rubberized bottom to them, they're easy to get everything out. Put them in the bag. As I say, I use these either as pizza topping or gravy, to enrich a gravy, a bit like a stock cube. And all it is the roasted tomatoes, a pepper, garlic, onion, and a bit of celery. And I've had an abundance of tomatoes, so it is an excellent way for me to use them up and enrich dishes in the future. Now this is the old bag. Will they all fit in one? So find a bigger bag. Here we are. Those to wash. Put that in the sink in a moment, get the air out, and then it can go in the freezer. Hopefully there's not too much glare on there. Hello. I've loaded the Olio app onto my spare phone and I've registered in. I've put a fictitious address in just to show you how it works. I've put that I live in Clacton. Here we are. Here's all the Iceland stuff that comes up. You get a list of things that they've reduced. If the shop is closed now, for example, which it will be, this is what will be on the shelves first thing in the morning. So what they already know is the date is up for tomorrow, and therefore you'll get it cheap. So that's strawberries, there's boneless chicken there. You open it up and it will tell you how many are available when you open it up. Right, there's 4 left. So there's 4 there. It's 500 grams of thigh fillets down to £2.15p from £4.30. 500 grams, yeah, I think that's quite expensive, but for £2.15, perhaps not. And they look quite good, thigh fillets. And they're skinless and boneless. They're skinless and boneless. So yeah, fair enough. That's what you're paying for. But you can go along. They've got donuts. They've got iceberg lettuce there. Chicken pepperoni, chicken bites. Some mushrooms. Let's see how many mushrooms they've got left. So they've got 4 of those. So if you were to get through the door at 8 o'clock in the morning when they open, there's a very good chance you'd pick up virtually all of this. So you've got a big tray of ham trimmings that would normally weigh 600 grams, would sell for £3.50. It's down to £1.75 tomorrow. This is what I love about the app. That's all the shop stuff. And then this is when your Olio reps have picked it up, and this food is actually free. So there's a load of Iceland garlic here. She's obviously gone and picked it up. It's all free. There's 22 packs of it available. Now, this is the time of year you start planting garlic. So what a great investment. Go and get that for nothing. Put it in your garden. Hey ho, you've got your own garlic next year. You plant it. Is it you plant garlic on the shortest day of the year and pick it on the longest? Am I right? I'm going to have to Google that. That's in my head. That's what I believe is correct. Right, what else have we got free? Oh, mozzarella. Looks like quite a bit of that as well. Well, she doesn't say how many there are on that one, which is unusual, but it looks like at least 9 there. Tesco sugar something or another. What's that? Donuts. Tesco donuts. 4 times 5 sugar donuts. So 4 packs. Sorry, my alarm's going off on my phone. But these are all available. You'll see different named people. And when you tap and you go down to the bottom and you say you want to request the item, it will give you the exact pickup address where you've got to go to pick it up. But you have to tap for every single one that you want to pick up for nothing. There's always bread, cakes, muffins, flowers there, 3 bouquets there, limes, 3 limes, 3 onions, yeah. And there's also people, ordinary people that are members of Olio are giving away free cutlery, Christmas tree, bugaboo, buffalo, whatever is that. Oh, they want £65 for that, a pushchair. But there's a free section and there's a paid section and then there's a wanted section on there. So pork sausages down to £1 and there's one left of those. But you get the ping in the morning because there might be additional stuff added. Normally just after 8 o'clock, between 8 and 8:30, you get an update from Iceland, which I think they're reaping benefits from this because people are buying the stuff. They're going down and getting, like I did with the mince and things like that. So 3 slices of, is that roast beef? Roast beef, and there's 2 of those left. And that's £1.14 instead of £2.29. Ridiculous, isn't it? £2.29 for 3 pieces of meat that don't even weigh 75 grams. The price of food now. So you can understand why these apps are doing so well. But obviously they are a little bit techno for some people. But my thing is play with it as much as you want. You will not go wrong by practicing, having a look, taking part. Pick your first freebie up or a couple because it's got to be worth your while going. Yes, it's free, but I'm lucky that 2 of the ladies here are within, well, 2/3 of a mile away from my house. You must always provide your own bag. I hope that's been helpful. Hello, at this point in the video I was going to show you how to use the Asda app, but I'm still having problems with it. I phoned them and they said to me for some reason I'm not receiving the missions anymore. Don't know why. So this evening when I get 5 minutes, I'm going to delete it, uninstall it and try again. And if still they haven't sorted it their end, I'm going to ring them, or I'm going to attempt to use another email address and see if I can re-register, because it's annoying. I've got putting money on my Christmas card, and if I'm not going to get rewards in store, the additional rewards that I could possibly get, then it's I'm a little bit miffed about that. So I hope that they do attempt to sort it out. If not, I'll try and sort it a different way. So just a reminder, I did put the money on my card this morning, on my bonus card, and it's quite simple. At the till, you just show your phone, the app, like you do in Lidl where you zap it, exactly the same principle, and the money goes on the card, and you can choose to see it or hide it, and you get it on the top of your receipt. Shows how much you've put on your card, so I should be keeping all those receipts. I took £5 out of my spending money to put on there to try it out. So that's it. I'm sorry there hasn't been much cooking this week, but I've had family stuff going on, which I don't want to discuss on here. It's private, and yes, it's been a hectic week, and I had to go and see my brother, who I've been to see him in 3 weeks. That's how quick time is going at the moment. I don't know what's going on with my life, and I had to think this morning, what day of the week am I? It's, madness. Tomorrow's Friday again. Where is the time going? I'm hoping to get out into the garden and start splitting some plants, get the last of the tomatoes in. There is still lists and lists of things to do as we get the colder and colder nights, and it's been beautiful today again. So warm on the beach with Bertie this morning, wasn't it, Bert? Come here, come on, come see mummy, come see mama. No, I'll turn the camera around so they can see you in a minute, because you're in the doorway sunbathing a little bit, aren't you? Yeah. So yes, so I'm sorry about no cooking, and but that's the way it is. But I'll be back next week, and there will be cooking in the very first video, as well as some shopping, because my shopping is going to be less and less and less, because I've picked up more bargains, unfortunately. So I've got less money in my purse. Swings and roundabouts, swings and roundabouts. So anyway, I'm hoping to do the food bank shop tomorrow after kettlebell, get that out of the way so that I can get the receipt put up on here. And I think that's it. I'm getting annoyed with these crane flies at the moment. Every time you open a door or a window, in comes a crane fly. They're hanging about all the frames on your windows and doors, aren't they? September's a strange month, isn't it? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
That's where he was. This is where he is now. Hello, Bert. Hello, baby. You good boy? Why haven't you eaten your treat? Why haven't you eaten your treat? Say bye-bye. Bye.